Hello. For today's mindfulness moment, for the video, we are going to actually just do some boxed breathing. So, boxed breathing is a breathing skill. It can help us kind of calm our mind, anchor us back into our bodies, and the anchor or the object of focus is going to be breathing in a box, which we'll go over. And then like an extra challenge is I want you to try to practice this boxed breathing technique in a couple different spaces this week. So if you can, maybe try practicing boxed breathing when you're outside, or maybe practice it before bed, or if you can do this safely, maybe practice it at a stoplight. So when you're kind of waiting and maybe you're feeling impatient, practice taking a couple of box breaths or just a couple of breaths in general. So with any of these mindfulness moment videos, one, I want you to know that you can use it either right when you get it, you can watch it later when you have a free moment, but then after you've maybe watched through it and listened to it, maybe try thinking, how can I utilize this skill, kind of what we reviewed today, in different places? Because honestly, the more you practice it, the more natural it's going to become. And remember, even when you're practicing it, it might not feel right, but any amount of practice is honestly more than likely still helping decrease your stress response, and it's still helping to build the mindfulness habit. And soon you'll start just more naturally maybe practicing a mindfulness moment, or you'll also just start learning what styles you like the best. So if ever you get on one of these videos and you're like, this is not my style, after maybe you've given it a shot or two, that's okay. Find a different video, whether it's one that I offer, or there's so many different options on YouTube, whether they're breathing based, emotion based meditations, sound or song based, or there's different apps that you can also have for inspiration. So just wanted you to continue to have ways to practice this skill and make it more of a habit. So for today's moment, I want you to find a comfortable, relaxed position. Take a few breaths, check in with yourself. If it helps, depending on where you're coming from, wiggle out, stretch it out a little bit, any tension you might be holding. Try to just notice, are your shoulders creeped up? Try to just let them come down. Maybe try to notice where you're feeling tension and just let everything relax. And then for box breathing, what we're going to be focusing on is, so we're like going to be making a box. So I'll be doing it with my hand. I'm going to have you inhale through your nose for a count of, we're going to make this even. Know that this, like how fast you do it, is going to be up to you. So for example, you could inhale, hold, exhale, hold. You could do all of that for a count of 3 or a count of 4. I would recommend starting with those and trying to keep it a nice even pace in your mind as you count that out. So let's try around here. Inhale through your nose for 3, let's say. Hold for 3. Exhale through your mouth for 3. Hold for 3. Inhale through your nose for 3. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so that is box breathing. Notice how when I was saying 4, 3, all I was doing in my head was, as I was inhaling, I was counting out the 1, 2, 3. And then I would hold for 1, 2, 3. And then I would exhale for 1, 2, 3. So notice I just found that rhythm of 1, 2, 3. And that's what I was inhaling for, holding, exhaling, holding. Now, the more often you do this, it will start to become more natural. But for some, because again, remember, everybody has different preferences. If ultimately it just feels like a lot of work, you're not getting the rhythm, or it's just taking too much brain power or energy, and you don't like this one, you can always simplify it back to even just in for 2, out for 2, or in for 3, out for 3. And if you just want something to help with this visual, an idea is there's an app called Breathing Pacer. It might even be called the full name Awesome Breathing Pacer. I recommend downloading the Awesome Breathing Pacer. It should be available on iPhone or Android. It's going to have a kind of a black background with a purple and blue circle on it when you're looking for it in the App Store. And ultimately, it has different breathing skills that you can try, but there's a visual. There's like a circle that you can follow to know when to inhale, when to hold, when to exhale. So if the trouble is that you're having a hard time like counting it out and focusing on your breath, or if it's just a lot, I highly recommend this visual breathing pacer, because you just follow the visual. You inhale when it says, exhale when it says, and you can change it up to do just inhale, exhale, hold, exhale, hold. There's a lot of different ones already preset in that app. So check it out. If you liked this one, again, try to use that box breathing in other places, or if you didn't like this one, go check out a previous video. Have an awesome day.